So, Tyler, we just got back from the Berkshire Hathaway meeting. It was a hike for me to get there. I know it was a long hike for you to get there. You flew halfway around the world to be there. So, it kind of begs the question, and I've been asked this question, and I didn't fly nearly as far as you did, of why did we go in person? Now that, I mean, they started this a few years ago where they live streamed the meeting online. We could watch the questions and answers from the house, probably get a much better view of Warren and Charlie while doing it. I know they looked like ants to me from way up there. But what was your kind of favorite part of the meeting, and why do you think it was worth the journey to get there and see in person?
Yeah, I mean, part of it almost feels like making the pilgrimage once in your life, right? Like to see it, to experience it, and certainly at, at Warren and Charlie's age, get it in while it's still there. I know we've been saying that for they actually did the video montage on that where it was like asking succession plans back in the early 90s, and here we are in the 2020s. But they're both in their 90s. It's not going to last forever, and so for that perspective, I felt like I absolutely needed to do it, and I really did enjoy, the coming together of a lot of people that want to listen to this and share a lot of ideas. I mean, we were a group of you, me, and probably another 15 other people who specifically came to this meeting together to listen to what he had to say, but also just kind of like talk shop with each other, which is something we haven't done in a long time, especially in a post-pandemic world. But I do have to say the favorite thing that I can say, you can see it on live streams and you can see it in person too, but there is a refreshing aspect of like the candor with which Warren and Charlie answer questions. You don't get the corporate speak that you normally do if you're listening to a conference call of, things were this, things were that. Oh, if we had only done this. They went over the results and they're like, yeah, we don't think our operating businesses are going to do as great as they are in the back half of this year. They were just very frank about it. They didn't try to explain it away. They're just like, we think this is what's going to happen. And it's a lost art. And I really do hope that more people will take up that mantle when this is no longer a thing.
Yeah, I'd say first of all, the movie they show that you kind of alluded to there with all the succession questions over the years. The movie they show is something you can't get from the live stream. That's something you can only see in person. They essentially show it once and then throw away the tape. And it's always it's not going to win any Oscars, but it's fun to watch each year. It's a very personalized movie for Berkshire shareholders. I always enjoy that. You're right. They answer questions differently than every other CEO. It's really refreshing. They definitely own their mistakes, which is a big difference from a lot of CEO letters that you read. But as far as my favorite part, the exhibit hall is always fun to walk through. CNBC has their stage right in the middle of it, so you get to watch live broadcasts. I watched them interview Howard Buffett and the CEO of Dairy Queen when we were there. Last year, I got to see Bill Murray by the state on the CNBC stage, which Groundhog Day was one of my favorite movies as a kid. But it's just a gathering of like-minded people. If normally if I'm in a stadium with 20,000 people, like I'm the finance nerd. But it's like a stadium of like 20,000 people who think like me. And it's really a refreshing kind of gathering. Just some of the conversations, some of the friendships you make there. I was on Full Live earlier today, and we got comments from three different people we met at the meeting. So it was nice to be able to put like faces to the names. This was my second meeting. Hopefully next year will be the third. Like you said, Warren is 92. Charlie Munger will be 100 on New Year's Day. So I would love to see him there for his 100th birthday meeting. But we'll see if it happens. Both of them could retire. It's not just that they're, not to be morbid about it. They could retire. It's possible. But I would go again, and I think it's definitely worth the trip at least once. If you don't cover the stock market, it's still worth going at least once in your life if you're an investor in Berkshire Hathaway. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to click subscribe if you don't subscribe to my channel already. And as always, this video is sponsored by The Motley Fool. Be sure to visit www.fool.com/Frankel to receive the top 10 best stocks to buy now.